Why do you throw the first dart out so
We're
fast?
back.
That's right. Xfinity, no thanks. All right, hold on. I'm trying to get the game on too. All right, we are live. We're streaming live, baby. All right, so okay, I can hear it all that and then going there. All righty, so welcome. I'm excited for today's halfway mark, live out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and Philly area. The Jersey Boys Sports Talk, hosted by Byron Jones and Victor Rocho, brought to you by the Sportscast. Today's November 18th. Can't believe it, 2021. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Sportscast and all your channels, YouTube, Periscope, iTunes, and please remember that the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, we have our own podcast channel on your Apple Podcasts. Download it. You can listen to me and Byron talk, going back and forth Jersey style, and some of our great guests. Hopefully I have several coming on today, and we're excited to get going. So follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on the sportscast.net, which is our website, or on Twitter at the Sportscast1. There's always a lot of bantering going back and forth there. So we're getting ready for the midway season. So Mr. Byron, how you doing today?
Oh, great. It was 74 degrees today.
74 degrees.
74.
Well, I'm actually a little bit chilly. I gotta shut the fan off or something.
Really, man?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I might have to put my look, dude. I'm actually representing, defenders like yourself, and then I'm representing. Actually, I can take this off since I'm in my family room. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see this? Go inside.
Really, man? NYPD?
What up? I got my Troopers one over there. So let's get ready. So it's 70 degrees there. It's pretty chill. It's nice here. So it's nice, good cigar smoking weather outside. So let me I just want to get the restream going on. But all right, so let's go. Let's get ready. Let's get started. I'll let you start while I'm getting this other stuff going here. So talk to me. So we have right now, let's talk a little bit about the Giants. So where you want to start off? You want to start off? I got a couple of things I want to talk about. I got some injuries, and we got some players coming back. I know we just signed the linebacker. We got Judge and the coaches on the hot seat.
He's not on the hot seat, man. Let him be, man. That's the other guy.
Next head coach. Who would be the next head coach? And then keys to victories. And then, I'm sure you have some information you put together. So why don't you kick us off so I make sure that I can get back to all our chats. So go ahead.
Let's start with Tampa Bay, your boys.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Of course. You got Antonio Brown, did not practice today, so he might not be available.
Oh, really?
One of their.
He said he was coming back for sure, like they hadn't mentioned it.
Well, he didn't practice today. You have Dre Delaney, cornerback, which they need plenty of because their secondary does stink. He didn't practice either. Yeah, Chris Godwin, wide receiver, limited practice. Rob Gronkowski, full practice, so he might be playing Monday night. And Vita Vea, the house nose tackle, knee. He probably won't play. And of course, we had the fabulous Richard Sherman. He's on IR, so he won't be playing at all. The guy that pulled a muscle before the game started. So most likely.
That's sad. To make a trade, pick him up for a year, and then he's not even playing.
And go ahead with our Giants. What do you have as far as
injury?
Yeah, let's see what you got.
Hold on a second, because I'm trying to open up. Okay, I don't need this here. With the injury, let me give this here. All right, so the injury report that I have here is that Saquon is limited, and he's going to be able to play. They feel pretty comfortable about that. We signed that new linebacker, right?
From Houston Texans.
From the Houston Texans. Injury, we got Lorenzo Carter. He did not practice. We got Nate Ebner. Did not practice. D-back, linebacker. Sterling Shepard. Man, what is up with these guys?
It's hamstring.
Quad. Now it's quad. They
quad.
changed it.
Now the front hurts.
Yeah, it went from the back to the front, right? Caden Smith, tight end, knee, didn't practice. Saquon was limited, but they feel he's okay. That they feel pretty comfortable he's going to play.
You're missing one.
Devontae Booker.
There you go.
There's another one, which is the guy he did well last week, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Man, what is that's I guess it goes back to the line, no? And then you got our fullback is hurt, Calf. Right? Left tackle Andrew Chapman has been put on injury reserve since October, returned to practice Wednesday. So our left tackle hopes to play.
But
like you said, you got Antonio Brown did not practice, D. Delaney, Vita Vey, Chris Gowan, Gronk is back, and JP is back. That's always a problem.
But the other thing that came out a few minutes ago is that Andrew Thomas, they're looking maybe Monday, but they're looking more forward to him coming back against the Eagles next week. He might not play.
Really?
Right.
I was actually trying to go to this game, but it was kind of tough, man. Those tickets were super expensive, and then it's the week of Thanksgiving, so it's Monday. It's Monday.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's Thursday.
Yeah, but since it's in Tampa, I drive up to Orlando. We go to my dad's. Just turned 87. Happy birthday, Pop. We go to Thanksgiving to my father's every year. So he's in Orlando. So for me to go by myself or go with my son, then my wife had to drive up. Then my daughter drives down from Tallahassee. It's just more challenges. And my son, it's hard for my son to get off of work, especially it's his first year. So, man, I wanted to go so bad though.
Sure you did. What? So you can represent with your Tampa Bay?
I'd be wearing Giant gear. There's no confusion.
Sure you would.
But to be able to see my team play against, because I didn't get to any of the Super Bowls. To see my team play against, the GOAT would be nice, especially here in Florida, right? So, it wasn't like it was exciting to watch the Patriots play the Dolphins, right? But anyhow, so let's keep going there. So that's the injury report. So Saquon, he's got to do something, man. I think. Obviously, anybody fully healthy, but somebody healthy, he's got great potential, right? Just again, I don't know if it's
he got bad luck. You figure the knee, bad luck, stepping on somebody's foot, bad luck. It's not that he's just reckless. It just stuff happens. That's part of the NFL.
Yeah, but that was the worst ankle sprain I've ever seen like that in my life, man.
That hurt looking at it.
Dude, that was above. It looked like it was above the ankle. Usually your ankle swells this way, doesn't it? I mean, it looked like he had a ball on top of his ankle.
Well, he had it on the side, like where the bone is. It blew up quick.
That was disgusting, man. That was terrible. I've had bad blown out ankles. Never that bad. So why do you think the judge is in a hot seat? I thought I was reading that they got some issues with him, and they're looking at the defensive coordinator. To be more looking for the head coach. That's what I was reading. So you tell me you're over there. You're closer to New York than I am.
Dave Gettleman is the one that's on the hot seat. Judge he should be fine, but they're bringing up Patrick Graham as far as he's getting that interest again. As far as being a head coach somewhere else.
The defensive coordinator, no?
No, it's head coach somewhere else.
No, but he's a defense coordinator right now.
Yeah,
right?
Patrick Graham. Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading that they were looking. They want him as a defense.
No. Why would you fire the one guy and then replace? They wouldn't do that. If anything,
why would you fire what?
Why would you fire the head coach to promote the defensive coordinator when the defense is still kind of shaky?
They're coming around, man. They're playing. They're leading. They're up there in some stats, man.
Yeah, but they're also they had to simplify stuff for them. They had that around here that he had put so much stuff in and expected these guys to be able to pick up what they put in that they didn't. And you saw what happened the first half of the season. They were kind of a mess. Like 4 or 5 games, and all of a sudden when he simplified things, and you could tell by looking at what's his name, Adoree Jackson, the corner. You see how much better he's playing now? Yeah. When the only problem he has is he can't catch the ball. He should have had 2 INTs, but it hits him in the hand. The worst place for the ball, for the ball hits him. But as far as I don't think the only way Joe Judge is going is if they get the new GM, and that GM wants to replace him with his guy. That's the only way he's going.
All right. Well, I was reading up that Graham is definitely in the position for a head coaching position,
It's not that.
and the Maras like him, and we like defensive head coaches.
Yeah, but
Think about the head coaches we had.
They were all defensive coach. But why would you fire the guy you got to replace him with the guy that doesn't look right? That's bad. That's bad.
Doesn't that always happen?
No, not usually. No. Usually, when the head coach gets fired, everybody goes with him.
Oh, I thought sometimes they just move him right up.
No. Usually, when you get fired, you all get fired. It's like a clean sweep.
All right, well, let's see. So if you think he's all right, I'm really not that happy with, me. I'm not that happy with the coaching staff. So I'm just not.
Hey, did you also know that Daniel Jones is 0-7 in primetime games?
Did I know that he's 0? Well, I know that we're 0 a lot. So
I'm just saying 0-7 as far as like a Monday night game, a Thursday night game, or like
no, I didn't know that.
The game of the week, usually 425, he's 0-7.
That's not good for us then on Monday. Not good for us on Monday. And we need this win. I mean, we they're even, I'm telling you, the commentators are even mentioning that we still got a shot at a wild card.
If they come out, if they can block Barrett and JPP and be able to throw the ball down the field.
Yes.
Down the field, because their corners are not very good at all.
No, the defensive, they just look terrible.
No, the front seven is fine.
They look terrible.
Hit the corners that are awful.
It's just, there's so much crazy stuff happening in the league, between interceptions happening for drop balls, right? That's why I want to go over. Hopefully we get some time during the show, towards the end of the show. I want to go over all the conferences like we did in the beginning of the season to see how it changed. I mean, because look at Kansas City now, right? I mean, so we're going to talk about that. All righty. So, so if there's a new head coach, who would you like to see as the next head coach?
It's going to be a young offensive coordinator from somewhere. Either like, I could see like Brian Dable with the Buffalo Bills, or I would have said Joe Brady with the Carolina Panthers, but they're not doing very well. But most likely, it's going to be.
What about Leftwich? What about Leftwich, or
him? Throw him in the mix.
You got what's his name?
The only problem with him is he doesn't call the plays. He does not. He's the offensive coordinator.
Andy Reid calls it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would be about Byron Leftwich does. He calls the plays down there. So
yeah.
That's the only difference.
But I'd like to see Bieniemy. I mean, you're talking about Bieniemy's with a young quarterback, right? And Bieniemy has a young, super talented quarterback. And,
Brian Dable too. They have Josh Allen up there in Buffalo. So look what he's done with him. He sucked. He was awful for 2 years. And this guy, and Brian Dable's from where? What school is he from?
Tulsa.
No. Come on. What's our other school?
Rutgers.
Alabama.
That's not my other school. That's
Justin's school. No, that's where he came from.
Sitting there, I love to Justin.
That's where he came from. He's an Alabama guy.
I'm a SEC Georgia boy.
Whatever, man.
Yeah. That's right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just still not. I'm not happy with the coaching staff, to be honest with you. I don't
it's not the coaching staff. He wasn't given. What did Parcells always say? He wasn't given the groceries.
Parcells said, if you're gonna make me, if you want me to cook dinner, let me pick the groceries.
And guess what? Joe Judge hasn't been able to, or they're all broke up and hurt.
They're hurt. Yeah.
They're hurt.
They're hurt, and they did a bad job with the offensive line. We all know that, right?
Whoa. What'd you say?
So we did a bad job with the offensive line.
Oh, you finally came to the dark
There's
side.
no finally, man. We said this. I told you that. I even said that we're gonna go down in history that our great grandkids know that the offensive line is bad, and our quarterback is still putting up numbers.
There's nothing wrong with the quarterback.
I'm saying he's putting up numbers with a lousy quarterback, with a lousy line.
Just think what he would do with a good line.
And healthy receivers.
Yeah,
and a healthy running back. and
That would help.
then a defense that has discipline. I mean, we need a lot of things, you know.
No, we don't. We're gonna be.
I think I like what I see where it's developing. I'm just not happy with the consistency of the injuries.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Well, you're right, but man, we got a lot of starters.
They're fragile, all of them.
It's too many, man.
And it's the same ones every week.
It's
Kenny
exactly
Galladay, Tony, Shepard, Slade.
Yeah. Ladarius is playing. All right, so let's keep going. So what do we have? So what do you think the keys to the victory are going to be against Tampa Bay?
The keys this week is going to be here. I'm going to add this in.
All right.
Bench Nate Solder. Get him out of there this week.
Mm-hmm.
If what's the name not playing, you got to take him out. Put him in. Then the other two things I got on here is that the two linebackers they have now, X-Man and Carter. Put them young kids in there. Roche, where's he from? The U.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy, Ojolari. As long they got to put pressure, they have to put pressure on Brady.
Yeah,
he can move his feet. If he gets back there, and he starts standing, and he starts doing what he usually does. He's moving his feet. And he's standing there, and they're gonna get lit up. If they put pressure on him in his face, make him move, they got a chance to beat them.
Well, let me tell you, this is the most I've seen Brady actually run and move his feet this year, though. I mean, he's actually done more movement this year than I guess maybe his knee issues from last year, but he's done pretty good movement. I think that they're going to have to, they need to, they got to catch the ball. If the ball's there, they got to, both on the offensive side and on the defensive side. Number one. Number two, we got to run the ball because the only reason, let's talk about, because it's still the NFC East. Washington just beat them, right? And Washington's not that good.
But how did they beat them? They ran the ball and they threw the ball down.
Bro, that wasn't. They can talk all they want. They keep trying to ask if Brady's this or the offense of this, and I don't care what anybody says. How do you have a quarterback in a Heineke, right, and let him drive for 10 plus minutes? He pretty much took the whole fourth quarter. That ball, and scored, and they ran the ball. They took their time. They kept getting to the first downs. He threw the right passes too, right? He wasn't throwing deep. Like in other words, they threw passes for first downs, and these guys were catching them. And Heineke's doing pretty well. I can give him credit, right? But 10 plus minutes, Byron, I don't care what team you're playing against. The keys to victory when you're playing against quarterbacks like Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, don't give him the ball back. You cannot give him the ball back with time. And remember, all they had to do was hold on to 3 points. That's it. Because if they would have held them to 3 points and not let them run 10 minutes off the clock, I still think Brady would have came back and won that game.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but didn't.
I understand that, but you got to agree that that's a defensive problem. 10 minutes, Byron, in one quarter?
They couldn't get off the field. That happens.
Yeah, bro, but that was really, really bad.
And truth be told, Washington Redskins' offensive line is pretty good. They're not that bad at all.
No, they are. They are very good. They're very good. But it's still 10 minutes for a returning team of 22 players, a Super Bowl defending team. 10 plus minutes. I don't care what kind of team you are. It's terrible.
Yeah, but how many of those guys are hurt in the defensive backfield? Just all of them. They're down to Manny, Moe, and Jack in the back.
Yeah, but they're running the ball. They ran the ball on them.
Yeah,
they just stuffed it right up them.
Because the big guy in the middle got hurt. Or Vita Vea, he was hurt. He is their run stopper. Everything between him and Sue, those are their guys. So
right now, both our running backs are kind of injured, so that's a problem.
Yep.
Right. So A little bit, and you know, so bottom for me, the key to victory anytime you play Brady is you got to put pressure on him. Number one, and number two, you got to control the ball, right? You can't make mistakes against them. Don't make mistakes against them. Number one, and number two, you need to make sure that you use as much as the clock as you can to score. One, and the other thing is you got to score touchdowns.
Yeah, no field goals.
You can, yeah, you cannot do field goals. You got to score touchdowns. You know, as hated as I have against the Cowboys, you know, you got to give them credit, man. Let me tell you, they've ran more fourth down plays, I think, than any team in the league so far. Right? They just don't care. They're just gonna run fourth down. I still think the Patriots defense is better than Dallas's defense.
Well, Patriots defense is
number two.
They're kind of elite defense. They're really good.
But I'm just really I think that the mentioning of Dallas's defense so much has been more of the takeaways than it has been because they've been giving up a lot of points. If you look at the Patriots, they're not giving up points, and they got takeaways.
And Dallas also has the benefit of not having a really, really, really tough schedule.
And they have just like a very, 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 very light schedule. So let's get into these boys now. All right. So the keys to victory, we know what we need to do against Brady. I just think that, like he just said, the stats that, you know, Daniel Jones 0-7. So he's due for a 1. But the odds of Brady losing 3 games in a row or Bruce Arians, I don't think it's going to happen.
They got to attack them. Throw the ball down. They got the people to go downfield.
Do you really think that Brady or Arians is going to lose 3 games in a row?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You know, hey, I'll be honest with you. I'd like to see it because it gives me anytime Giants win, I'm going to take a win, right? And based on what I'm seeing, what's happening, and we're going to talk about the next game. To me, the true test is going to be coming right now through a flag. Atlanta. This is like Mac Jones is lighting it up, baby. Yes. Hey, and then you see how that one quarterback, Mike White, all of a sudden is the savior. He's Joe Namath of the world. Brother got
Flacco's the new starting quarterback now.
Who is?
Flacco.
No way. Wait, what's wrong with Zach? He's still hurt?
He's still hurt.
Oh, he's still hurt.
He's still hurt.
Okay, so they're not going to get Flacco a shot. Okay, but it's not because of
figure the other guy threw 4
interceptions. So he was terrible.
And Flacco in.
And Joe Flacco in. Let's see what Flacco does. At least with Flacco, you know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? And he's at least a veteran. He's not going to mess up too much.
You know, they win a couple games if they leave Flacco out there.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so now, all right, so the NFC East. Let's go right to the Cowboys. As you know, I want to jump on them, and I want to see what we get about the leagues. So with the Cowboys, let me ask you a question. This has come up on a lot of the sports shows. To me, this is going to be the defining game, right? Because their schedule is weak, and we thought that Kansas City was weak early on, right? That's why I want to go through it. Kansas City is now they're on top of the division. Okay, they're playing pretty good. Their defense is starting to come around a little bit. The offense is starting to come around. So, what do you think is who has more to win or to lose, right, in this game? How important is this game to the Cowboys?
Really? Because they're top, they're 7-2? 7-2. Yeah, 7-2. And the top of the division of our weak division. And KC, all them guys are right on top of each other with KC, the Raiders, Chargers. They're all I think all 4 of them are have winning records. So they need this game a little bit more than the Dallas Cowboys do.
Right, but you're seeing a Chiefs team that is now playing well. Before we thought it would be a laydown, right? So number one, number two, it's at least it's a good team. They're on top of the division. Everybody's 6-4 and 5-4 or 5-5. So everyone's right there. Okay,
it's more important for them to win.
It's more important for them to win. Okay, so but if they win, how do you think that will, Because Dallas hasn't, like, who has Dallas beaten? Every time we think that this team is a test, they end up you would have thought the Falcons, who just blew out, who they beat? They beat the Bills. Who the Falcons beat?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, you would think that the Falcon, the last game the Cowboys won, it would have been tougher, and then they end up coming and blowing them out, and that team just goes up and down. It's like every team. That's why I want to go through the whole league. So we'll see what happens. I'm still not. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team.
With Dallas?
Yeah,
they're top 5. Yeah.
I think they're gonna win one.
Because of the offense. But the only problem is now that Tyron Smith is hurt, the tackle again, kind of like ours. And a lot of the things that they want to do go through him. As far as they want to be able to run the ball, be able to protect Dak, because the guy that they had out there before. So we'll see. If the line can hold up, against the Kansas City rush, because Staggs is going to blitz the daylights out of them.
Yeah,
we'll see. How it's going to turn out.
All right. Well, let's just think about it, right? So look, we got you got Dallas at 7-2. You got in the NFC. We're going to go to NFC just to say. So we got the Cardinals 8-2, right? You got the Packers are 8-2, okay, and you got the Bucs 6-3, okay. So if everybody wins their divisions, right, 2 teams are going to have to play 2 playoffs, right?
And one's going to have a bye.
One's going to have a bye.
Right.
So right now, the one who would have a bye if we stopped right now would be that would not have the bye would be the Bucs.
Right.
Right. Or isn't it 2 teams? Because isn't there 2 wild card teams?
One bye. But it's more wild card teams. But I'm just saying it's one bye though.
Oh, only one team gets a bye.
One.
So for everybody who wins their division, only the top team gets the bye.
Best record.
The best record gets the one bye.
Right.
Right. And the best record is either, in my opinion, going to be the Cardinals or the Packers. You think the Cowboys are going to have the best record in the NFC?
It's possible. Well, they have the weakest schedule, probably. Who do they play, the rest of the year?
Yeah, let's see. That's the only thing that could give them. Okay, so look, they got to beat the Chiefs, and I know the Chiefs are hungry. Chiefs cannot afford to lose.
No, not in there. No.
Chiefs cannot afford to lose, not in that race.
No.
And then they have the Raiders that you don't know what you're going to get with the Raiders. Then you got the Saints, and you don't know what the heck they're going to do with the Saints. Then you got Washington, that could be anybody's game, right?
Washington.
And you got the Giants. Then you got the Giants, and I don't think the Giants are going to be a laydown because the Giants didn't lay down the last time. I don't care what the score said.
Well, don't forget the Eagles, so they're playing pretty good.
Then they play Washington again. So they play Washington, the Giants, and then Washington. Then they got to play the Cardinals. That's another good game.
No, they played on Thanksgiving Day. Dallas, Washington, I think.
Thanksgiving
20 something.
They play the Raiders
On Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Really? Huh. I know Dallas plays somebody.
Dallas plays the Raiders.
Okay.
Dallas plays the Raiders, and then they go to the Saints, and then it's NFC East 3 games in a row. That's tough. Washington Giants, Washington twice. I mean, that's crazy to put those 2 games right back to back. That's so much easier to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the way the computer did it.
But to beat a team twice, you're in the same division. So I'm telling you, their schedule doesn't seem as easy as it looked earlier, in my opinion. Because then they play the Cardinals, and then they play the Eagles.
Well, you got to hope that
so they got to go against their entire conference. 1, 2, 3. The 4 of the last 5 games, they're playing conference games.
Yep.
And you know those are tough.
Yeah. As long as the injuries don't pile up, they should be okay.
Those are tough. And then in between that, they got to play the Cardinals. So I'm
Hopefully
back.
Kyler Murray is playing because he's a little guy.
Yeah,
He
but
gets hurt easy.
it's January 2nd, man. He's not gonna. He'll be playing 2
Where are they
games
playing
before
at?
Um,
Dallas.
playing at Dallas.
Okay, he should be fine. They'll close the dome. Yeah, they'll be all right. Yeah, I'm sure it gets cold here too.
Yeah. So the last 5 games, 6. I said the last 7 games, they're playing 1, 2, 3 games home. So they're playing 3 games home, 4 games away. That's not easy.
That's the luck of the draw.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. But hey, you got to admit, Kansas City's making a nice little turnaround.
Yeah, because they finally fixed that lousy defense.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes is figuring out I can't throw the ball 60 yards to get a touchdown every game, like you do on Madden. Now he's taking what they're giving him. 5 yards, 10 yards. They got a running game now.
Kelsey's stepping up, and the running game is stepping up.
So now he's not trying to get the wow play every time he drops back the throw.
Right.
10, run the ball. Defense is playing better. They'll be all right.
So let's talk about the Eagles. All right, so we'll go there. We'll see what happens here. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I'm picking the Chiefs over Dallas. I'm always going to do that anyway. So you shouldn't be surprised. Tell me about the Eagles. Why do you think the Eagles are doing so well?
Because they're running the ball a little bit, and they're starting to believe in that kid. Jalen Hurts. Where's he from? What school?
Alabama
and Oklahoma. He went to 2 places. And instead of him dropping back, throwing the ball 40, 50 times, or keeping it 25, 30, he runs the ball when he has a chance to run, because he can run, and runs the ball when he's had it. Their defense is playing a little bit better, and they're basically not lighting up the quarterback the way they were, for a couple of games around here where they were just killing him. They were killing him because they had Howie Roseman is the GM, and he was at a college game, and he was scouting for quarterbacks. They were all pissed off about that he went to I think it was a Pitt game, somebody, and they were looking at the kid at Pitt, Kenny Pickett, I think the quarterback's name is there, and they got a picture of Howie Roseman standing with binoculars, watching his kid, during the game, and people were all getting all, it's not fair to Jalen, that they're look at another quarterback and I give him a chance, because he's a 2nd-round pick, and the whole 9 yards. But I think he's playing well. And I think he's going to be their guy for the future.
Well, let me see here. I'm just trying to go back to the last few games they had. Hold on. Okay, let's go to Eagles. The Eagles are 4-6, so they're playing okay, right? So they just beat the Broncos, and the Broncos beat up on
us,
and they beat Dallas, right? And then the Falcons beat. Who did the Falcons beat? They beat a good team. Oh, I forgot who the Falcons beat, which they looked pretty good, and then they stunk after that. Then the Eagles lost to the Raiders when the Raiders were looking good. Okay, they lost to the Bucs, but they played pretty well. But they're putting up points now. So you got they put up 22, 44, 24 against the Chargers, which was overtime, I think, wasn't it? Or no, they lost by field goal. They put up 30 against the Broncos. So yeah, they're coming on. That's what I'm saying to you. Dallas is that's why I want to go back to the second half. Pretty soon of the whole conference, is because the conference itself is playing better. You understand?
Finally. Everybody's worked out the kinks now, except for the New York Giants, but that's another story.
Well, they're there with Washington. Okay, so Washington just comes off a victory against the Buccaneers. Right? They lost to the Broncos, who beat the Dallas bad, but they only lost by 7. Right? They got beat up by the Packers because I just think Aaron Rodgers is on a tear.
They lost Chase Young for the year too, Washington.
Yeah. Well, they won. They beat the Bucs without Chase Young.
Well, he was there half the game, but still.
No, he was out that whole game, I think.
No, he got hurt. early.
Oh, he got hurt in that game.
Yeah.
Okay, look at it, 22-34. They beat the Falcons with 34. They put up, they're putting up, 20 they're putting up at least 3 scores. Since after the first four, that's preseason. So after the first game, right? Why did they play the Chargers? After the first game, right? They've put up at least 3 scores in almost every game,
Washington's
except
offense,
for against the Chiefs. Chiefs, they put up 13.
Washington's offense is not that bad at all.
No, I stand wrong. I was wrong. They started putting up 10, 13, 10, 13. Then they came back against the Bucs and put up those 29. But they had that interception turnover. So Washington isn't playing so bad. Philly isn't playing so bad. And then let's go here. Let's see the Giants. All right. And then the Giants beat the Raiders, which, the Raiders were up and down. Then we lost the Chiefs by 3 points, which is another game I think we should have won. But a 3-point game there. We crushed the Panthers, right?
We should be 6-3.
Yeah, we should. We lost. The Rams crushed us. The Cowboys crushed us, but that one score was a return, and then we were playing with it like the second, third string team. We beat the Saints, who put up 27 points. We put up 29 points and lost by 1 from Washington, remember?
Because we jumped off sides.
Yeah, and we lost to the Falcons because he jumped off sides.
No, that was something else that time.
All right, so we lost to the Falcons, but it's ridiculous where we're at right here. Then, and even the Patriots, we lost by 2 points.
The Patriots?
Yeah.
That was preseason.
Oh, that's preseason. Sorry.
Oh, you're killing me,
man. Yeah, sorry. I was just looking at. I was going all the way up, man. I'm getting old. I'm just telling you that the division and a win-loss wise is still not good at all, right? But this second half, they're all coming to play. They're not playing bad ball.
Well, I got to have somebody besides the Dallas Cowboys win the division because I'm going to owe Mark something.
What do you mean?
I made a bet, man, at the beginning of the year, man. Oh, he's killing me.
What's that they wouldn't win the division?
I bet that the Giants would win the division, and he bet the Cowboys.
According to SweetiestSweeps.com,
what the heck is that?
The winner will be announced on May 22nd.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. We got like that Facebook portal, and sometimes it just starts talking without no reason at all. So I must have said something to make it talk. You picked the Giants to win the conference, and you hit this whole time?
Yes, I did.
Why is you just like enticing me? Is that what that is? It has to be. It has to be because I see your posts. I see everything else. Well, why do you go on the show when this is our show together and you're always going against it?
Somebody's got to go against everything.
I wasn't even on the show. It's our show. I wasn't on the show. I had to call in to say, wait a second, did Byron just say what I thought he heard he said? Did he just say what he just said?
Yeah, I did. You always got to. You always have to have the guy that goes against everything. Yes, I made a bet, and it's for a tomahawk steak.
Oh, and, man!
Yeah, boy, at Jameson. He wants to. Yeah, so it's not looking good.
At Jameson and they Jameson.
Jameson.
Yeah. And the Jameson.
Yeah.
Oh my God! No,
boy.
It's not looking good. Well, you never know what could happen. I'm just telling you.
You know what happened?
I don't trust Dallas. I just think Dallas has always a propensity to implode.
They're not going to lose. They're not going to lose 3 games the rest of the year.
They're not going to lose 3 games.
Who are they going to lose to?
I think they can lose to Kansas City.
That's 1.
I think they can lose to the Cardinals.
It's 2.
And then they got to play 4 games against conference teams. That's 4. That's 4 games. And you know how hard it is to beat the conference team 4. And the sad part about it in their defense is to play an NFL team like 2 weeks later, the same team, to beat them twice. It's not easy, Byron.
Yeah, I know. So I'm trying to keep hope alive.
And I'm trying to give you hope. You asked me, give me 3 games they would lose. I just gave you 3, and that doesn't count that the Dallas, that the Cowboys, that they play at Giant Stadium
twice. Well, one more time.
They play with Giant Stadium, right?
Yeah.
And they play at Washington, and they play at I think Philly. Yeah. That's a problem.
Well, hopefully they do lose.
That's a problem, so they have a possibility of losing 4 games.
Well, the only problem I'm having is if I have to pay off and sit there watching eat this tomahawk steak in front of me.
Oh, why you're not gonna get your own?
No, I don't like. That's not my thing.
No, really? You like steak?
Not really. Oh, dude, I went to school in Oklahoma. You know how much steak I ate down there in Oklahoma?
So what do you eat?
Not steak like that. Yeah,
ribs?
No ribs.
Chicken?
Yeah, chicken.
That's it? Chicken and fish?
Chicken and fish.
Oh my God. All right. So I'm just saying to you that it's getting a little bit tougher. Right? So let's go. It's 8:45. I want to go. So we talked about Washington. We talked about the Eagles, right? We talked about Dallas. We talked about the conference. We talked about the injuries. We talked about the keys to victory. We talked about the coaching, right? Which I still think that there's going to be some issues and things going around the league. We talked about how you like the new linebacker.
Which one?
Oh, well, the Giants add
McKinney, the one that got he's a stopgap. He's good enough for now.
All right.
So the only ones I'm worried about their linebackers are, the 2 young guys they're gonna have on the outside. Roche from the U, as you put it, and the other kid from Georgia.
So let's do what we did in the beginning of the season. What do you think? Remember the beginning of the season when we went conference by conference? Man, were we off.
As far as
meaning like how tough a conference was and so forth. Like, let's start off with the AFC because that's where we thought, right? So the AFC East, right? We knew the Jets would be here. The Dolphins were disappointing. Their defense was pretty good. They were a lot better. We thought the Patriots would be a lot worse. And we thought that the Bills would be a lot better, right? So it's interesting how it's just panning out. And look at Belichick is right in the midst, man.
Yeah, but look at their defense, the Buffalo. Look how many points they've only given up, 135. Buffalo, up.
Points right allowed, right?
That's not a lot at all. Look at everybody else.
I didn't realize that. Look at the Jets. But look at the Dolphins. The Dolphins, the sad part is that their defense was supposed to be their strong point.
Oh, well, 2 things. He might be looking to get fired, Flores, and I think we didn't bring this up, but Baker Mayfield and the coach out there in Cleveland, because we'll get to them, but they've been a big disappointment too, Cleveland Browns.
Well, let me tell you, Belichick's tree isn't that good.
It's awful. He has none of them.
Look, that's why we should get rid. That's why we should get rid of Joe Judge.
No, okay? Joe Judge is fine.
But look how good. Look at 4-0. These guys are
away.
Oh my God, that's right. 4-0 away, and they're on a 4-0 win streak, I think.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much, So and they're look at it. That's not a lot of points they've given up either.
Nope. And they score a lot of points too.
And they're putting up points. Mac Jones, remember I called it. Okay. All righty. All right. So look at this. Look how sad this is, though. The Broncos defense is giving up the least amount of points, and they're in last place.
Yeah, but you got Teddy Bridgewater. We talked about him before. He's a game manager. He's not bad at all. He's a game manager, and he's not going to lose games for them. Mm-hmm. Except when he jumped out of the way when a guy returned the interception. He made a business decision there. So he made a business decision and got out the way.
That's
it was so fun.
He moved.
Funny. That guy was coming out of there. He moved out of the way.
I don't know why this guy would just that's funny. But look, this is a conference right here, right? We thought the Chiefs would be where they're at, but we didn't think their record would be here. But look at them come back. We knew the Chargers. I thought the Raiders would be. I picked the Raiders. These two I had it in reverse. This is the order I had them, except for I think I had the Raiders on the bottom. if not the Broncos. I may have had this right. My concern with the Raiders was the COVID situation over there because like and Las Vegas is really bad. All
Well,
right,
it
so
blew up their face with poor John Gruden.
and then yeah, oh man, they're coming after. You know, you heard there's a suit now. They're coming
Yeah, he's
after
doing
everything.
I
That
was suing too.
they're coming after everything you said.
Yep.
They're saying, okay, no problem. You know, I'm coming after you. Then you out of 600,000 emails, why did you pick me?
Well, guess what? They're gonna have to when they go to court. They're gonna have to. All that's gonna be out there. There's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff.
It's gonna be bad, Byron.
Well, oh well. They should have done what they did, and he should have said what he said.
It's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad. I just, I don't know. Anyways, all right, it's the AFC North, right? All right, so let's go. Where do we have here? Okay, so I think we had the Ravens. We had the Bengals in last. I didn't expect the Browns, right? Because of last
Nobody
year.
expected the Browns.
Right? But then the Bengals are teetering off. You know, the Steelers, I always like Mike Tomlin. I think I had the Ravens first. I think I had the Steelers. Maybe I had the Ravens, Browns, and then the Steelers somewhere around there. But man, so you were talking about the Browns. Let's talk a little bit about the Browns. You were saying, yeah.
Well, you see, OBJ got out of Dodge, went to the Rams. I think personally, a lot of the problems is the coach, because he wants to be one of those coaches that they want to throw the ball over the place. Baker Mayfield is a game manager. He's not an elite quarterback. He's a game manager. They have probably one of the best offensive lines in all of football. They got the two best running backs and all Chubb and the other kid.
Dude, both of those running backs were out, and the next running back came in and ran.
Yeah. So what does that tell you about?
That's the line.
That's a line. So I don't think the issue is OBJ. He's gone now, but it's Baker Mayfield and the head coach. And I'm thinking he might not be, if they end up losing after they invested all this stuff in there, he might not have a job much longer either, too, the Browns head coach.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. Number one. Number two, they're also saying about Baker Mayfield that they're not sure whether he's going to be there. And two, they made a good point. This is don't sign, you don't worry about him. He's got another year on his contract. Don't renegotiate a contract now. He probably lost several millions of dollars right now.
Millions of dollars.
Millions, because he was on fire. He was on fire before. But it just doesn't seem like without having the other tools around him, he doesn't seem to be able to win.
Yeah, but he does have he got Landry. He has other people, the other receiver. He's got two good tight ends. He's got a great offensive line. He's got he has all the stuff around him. It's him. It's not all the other stuff. It's him.
But what they were saying is that like when the running backs, when you don't have the in other words, without Aaron Rodgers, you saw what happens. Right? Just without Aaron Rodgers, you see what happens, right? That didn't, but without the running backs, look what happens to these guys, right? Without, you got to give Dallas credit. Without Dak, their team played pretty well with this kid Cooper, right? But the other teams, a lot of these teams, you take the quarterback self out, you got a problem.
Yeah, but the Browns should be able to rely on running the ball. Right. Run the ball, throw the ball when you have to, but they should be a run first team, and then everything else, fall into play. But they're not. A lot of it's the coach, because it's like a flash league. 40-yard plays, 50-yard. Everybody wants to do that, but they're run. They're in Cleveland. It gets cold in Cleveland. You got to be able to run the ball in the wintertime.
No doubt. Now the AFC South, I think I got this one perfect. I don't know if you remember your picks. I think I got this one perfect.
I got the one right with the Texans last. No, I said the Jaguars would be last place.
Nah, I picked the Texans. You picked the Jaguars. I picked the Texans. I got this one perfect. I guess the only reason is because my disdain for the Texans with Dwayne Watson, with Deshaun Watson, with what they did with, the JJ Watts, Hopkins, just the whole, like you said, didn't you tell me this is his first year head coach for that the
This is the
black
first time this guy he's sitting.
African American coach? He's also the oldest coach. It's almost. Did you say in the beginning of the year they're setting him up for failure?
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Okay, he's at 1-8. I mean, it's now you could use any excuse you want, but you put him up for failure, right?
Yep.
Is that what you said during the year? That's why I picked them last. I don't trust that organization. To me, I think there's probably a million emails in that organization that are probably racially.
Yeah.
I just don't trust that organization. So I think this is the only one I got like perfectly right. In this division, I think I picked the Ravens, right? I could have picked Steelers. I can't remember. We'd have to go back. I wasn't expecting the Bengals to be there. I'm also disappointed. I was expecting the Bengals to continue playing good. You know what I mean?
Well, they're not bad. They're right. They got the overwhelming favorite Jamar Chase to be rookie of the year. So
look at the points that these
a lot.
Titans and these guys are putting up, and then they're giving up here. Look at these points. Look at these guys. Their points allowed. They're giving up. They're not giving up a lot of points, but they're not scoring a lot of points. Right. And look at these. Everybody's even. No one's really outstanding here. Again, the same thing here. So now obviously it changes because that could have happened in the beginning of the year. Let's go to the conference here. Okay, look at points allowed 195, right? So look at the Giants. I mean, we're only like 31 yards difference, but look at 100 and something point different.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Right. So that's not our defense is okay, but look at the Eagles' defense is not so bad. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit more, but they're starting to put up points.
Yeah.
Right. So these are going to be some tough games. Now, points, they're starting to score points, Washington, but they can't go. They play Washington. If Washington's defense don't come to play, Dallas is going to light them up. Okay. So this didn't turn out like I thought. I thought the Eagles would be last.
And I thought the
Giants would be first. And then I think I had Washington, Dallas, then the Eagles. Right. And
cost me a damn steak.
I'm totally opposite this pick. I had first, second, third, and fourth. This is terrible. All right, the NFC West. This is the division we thought was going to be really, really hard, right? And it really didn't turn out to be that tough. This was the toughest division we thought it was going to be in the NFL.
Yep.
Right? And we knew the Cardinals were going to be good. I didn't think they would be that good. We knew the Rams were going to be good. I didn't think the Niners were going to be that bad. I told you I picked the Seahawks last.
Yeah, but we also didn't know what's name's going to get hurt. He missed 3-4 games.
Yeah, but I knew there was problems there. I didn't pick him because he was going to get hurt. But when you have out of 4 teams you had to pick, I didn't pick him above any of these other players. So I thought the Rams. I think I picked the 49ers. No, I picked the Rams up there. I think I picked the Rams first and then the Cardinals or the 49ers. I didn't have this right either. But the Cardinals defense is tough. And remember, Dallas is playing, look, 189, 287. Dallas, right? 284, 195. So this is a pretty closely matched game.
Where are they playing them
at? Dallas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That one's at Dallas. All right. So look, they got a 5-game. They're 5-0, but they're 5-0 on the road.
That's not bad.
No, it isn't. That's gonna be tough, right? Look at the Eagles are 4-2 away, and then Washington and these two were terrible. So they got to play them once, and twice.
Well, we'll see.
And then here, right? And then let's go NFC here. The Packers. I picked the Packers. Lions last. Yeah, I think this is exactly how I picked them.
And that's exactly what we need. The Bears, stay right where they are so we can get a top 5 pick.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I didn't think the Vikings were going to be this bad, though.
Yeah, they're the Vikings. They got Kirk Cousins. They're average.
Right, but look at the Packers, man. 180 points allowed, 216. They're playing good ball.
Good defense.
Good ball. They're playing good ball. Remember that, and that's points that they scored. That was one game without Rodgers.
Yep.
Okay, so we got that. So the NFC South. Well, I picked the Buccaneers up top.
Yeah, I know. Tampa Bay undercover fan.
Yeah, I picked Tampa Bay. So I was right there. The Saints. I think I picked the Saints. I'm not sure if I picked. Yeah, I picked the Saints. And I think I put the Panthers last. No, I put I may have this one right too. But the Panthers. We'll see what happens. What do you think about Cam?
He's back.
I was happy to see that, man.
Yeah.
I'm a Cam fan. I mean, see, you don't give me crap when I talk about Cam, but I'm a fan of Cam. I was a fan of Cam when he went to New England. I wanted him to do well, and I'm kind of glad he's back at the Panthers. He's giving them energy. McCaffrey's happy.
He can't throw the ball, but
he can run. He's a big dude, man.
And the guys hitting him are bigger.
Yeah, they're not taller.
Not tall, but they're definitely bigger.
but I'm happy for Cam Newton. I'm really, really, really happy. I'm rooting for him. We'll see what happens. Who do they play this week? So anyhow, that's a wrap up of the conference. Some surprises, but you could tell how much parity is in the league. No,
that's what the NFL wants.
It's good parity. You don't know who's going to win each week, man. It's hard to pick. I mean, it's gotten better, right? My picks have gotten better, but not. Let's see what we got. We'll wrap it up. Let's pick it. Let's see if we can pick some games real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just the Giants. Yeah. Games. All right, here we go. Where are we at?
There we go, right there. Let's see. The Patriots are winning right now.
We got the Patriots. So all right. So
I'm
we
picking
got
the Patriots tonight.
I'm gonna take the Patriots as well. Ravens, Bears.
Ravens.
I go with Ravens too. Packers, Vikings. Packers. Bills, Colts. Bills.
Colts.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You just had to switch it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Browns, Lions. Browns.
Lions.
All right. I'll let you go first on this one. Washington, Panthers.
Panthers.
Shoot.
Ah.
I'm gonna pick the Panthers. Yeah, I just don't like rooting against any Washington. Here's my challenge: if it's an NFC East team, and I like Washington, I like Aaron's, and so part of me is rooting for Cam. The other part of me though is rooting because for every loss that an NFC East team has, we have a shot if we win.
Right.
But I need the Washington to be playing well because they played the Cowboys twice. So if they go winning,
that's why I'm picking the Panthers. Pick the Panthers, man. Come on.
Panthers. Titans, I'm gonna pick the Titans.
Titans.
Yeah. Jags and 49ers. I'll pick the Niners.
I'm gonna pick the Jaguars.
Yeah, give them a shot.
Yeah.
Dolphins and the Jets. You know what? I'm only gonna make this pick for Richie Vargas.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go with Jets. All right, yeah, I think Dolphins will take it. I mean, it's just because of Flores, but Eagles, Saints. Who do you got there?
Eagles.
All right,
they're at home.
They're at home. All right. I'll pick the Saints. Okay, Bengals, Raiders. I'll pick the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals.
Cowboys, Chiefs.
Oof. Chiefs.
I'm picking Chiefs as well. They're playing. Yeah,
So
they're playing. They're playing at Kansas City.
I'm still gonna pick the Chiefs.
No, that's my point. That's even better. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Kansas City don't mess around. That's a great crowd.
Yeah,
great crowd. Cardinals, Seahawks. It's Tyler. It's Tyler.
I don't know if it's Tyler.
But Russell's out too, right?
No, he's back.
Is he? Yeah.
Steelers, Chargers. That's an easy one.
Chargers. Yeah. Giants and the Bucs.
Ooh, how about them? How about the New York team?
I ain't gonna even pick. I'm not picking any team because every time I pick,
What you
I
say?
lose. Every time I pick, I lose. So I ain't picking.
I'm picking the Giants.
All right, good. Yeah, this one I don't care. I just don't. I don't care. I want if they got a shot to keep going, I want them to keep winning. The Giants. So
The
I don't.
Giants.
But I don't want to pick them because every time I pick them, I get them.
The Giants going away. Not even close.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's interesting. All right. Well, that's good. Well, we're wrapping it up. This was good. Pretty interesting how the season changed halfway through the season, no?
Yeah.
And then it changed and it didn't change. And then it's funny how it changed. To be honest with you, though, we kind of cheated because like you said, it takes halfway through the season for things to develop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's true, then if we would have did this in the first 4 or 5 games, we would have been totally off. That's why I was losing so much in the beginning, because the predictions I had for the divisions were way off.
Not even close.
Now it seems like they're all coming back full circle to where they're supposed to be, right? Chiefs are in the first place. The other guys in the right place. A few exceptions to the rule, but outside of that, it's come full circle. So that's great. All right, good show, Byron. All righty, so let's get this bad boy going. Hey, don't forget veterans. All right, we always end our show with freedom and security are precious gifts that we as Americans should never take for granted. We must do all we can to extend our hand in times of need to those who willingly sacrifice each day to provide that freedom and security. While we can never do enough to show our gratitude to our nation's defenders, we can always do a little bit more. Gary Sinise Foundation, the Wounded Warrior Project. Please go donate. It's the best honor we can give to our nation's defenders, our first responders. Also, Byron, it's funny. I make it a habit now, and this has been going around for it's probably about a year. Almost every time I see a police officer, when I get an opportunity, I always thank them for what they do.
Do you buy them dinner or something?
Well, if I'm in a place that are soldiers there or something,
I do it all the time.
I don't buy police officers.
I do it all the time.
No, I buy soldiers.
I buy the police officer.
If I buy soldiers, but I don't see them a lot I see soldiers like in the Cuban bakeries and stuff. This is Miami, so it's a little bit different. But the police officers where you see them here, I'm in the suburbs, so they're always like parked, like either by the school zone or they're somewhere else, or so it's not as easy to do something like that. But
I feel the hungry ones around here in the stores all the time getting something to eat.
Yeah, that's different because I can see where you're at and over here, but here they don't like walk beats and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's not like you don't see them. They're always in cars here.
It's too damn hot to be walking around there.
They're always in cars. They're always in cars. They're always in their. They got Jeep like trucks.
Take home cars.
They got car. They got but trucks like the big
Tahoe.
Yeah, they got big trucks.
They got state police around here have them now.
Yeah, these guys got trucks, so it's a little harder. So the soldiers here, but I always make it a point, to tell police, thank you for everything that they do, because it's got to be tough to get paid that amount of money to put your life on the line without hesitation. What? They don't make a lot.
Jersey cops make good money.
Jersey police officers?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right behind California.
Oh really? I didn't know that. Good for them. Oh, they should. Just like teachers. All right. Well, Byron, God bless you and your family. Thank you for everything. Good show. It's pretty interesting how things have turned around. I'm pretty happy with what we're seeing here. And let's see what happens with the Patriots. It's only a 3-0. Oh, it's 10-0.
Go Giants. Go Giants.
Giants. All right, brother. Talk to you next week. Bye.